A lot of women don't like carrying a gun on their person for concealed carry. A lot of them carry it in a purse. Good news, easy way to carry it. You always have that with you. But bad news, it's off body, so you have to figure out how are you going to get it out when you need it.
Welcome to First Person Defender, where regular people come face to face with unknown attackers and fight their way out.
Deanna is a property manager. She shoots a little bit. She's starting that journey of training. When she carries it in a purse. And for her work, she does deal with the public.
Anytime we have an opportunity to put our good guys into a situation or a scenario that is based directly on what they do on a daily basis, we absolutely take it, and that's what we're going to do today. We use Humorex T4E marking pistols. Today we'll be firing paintballs. I've got John Correia here from HK and ASP, Active Self-Protection, to analyze this. John, I love the way you analyze your use of force situations. I'm interested to see what you have to say about this one.
I'm really interested to see how Deanna does in a situation that matches her real life real close.
And there she is.
The key is going to be if she waits her turn. The key is going to be if she waits till he's not got his eyes on her, or if she decides, I got to go for it, and beats him to the draw.
Thank you. All right, y'all have a great day. Thank you so much.
Now she's just sitting waiting. Okay, let's do it.
See if she can keep her cool. I know she's pretty nervous. It's her first time.
Have you been helped?
Not yet. No, sir.
Okay. Well, Miss Deanna, gotta make sure my math's right on that. I'm not sure if it's all.
What this is doing too is with two normal interactions, she has to think, okay, wait a minute, I'm doing normal businessy things, right?
Right, well, and it's divided attention, because otherwise she'd just be focusing on the force event that she knows is coming.
Cognitive load.
Oh, you just have one last one in here, so I'll just go ahead and send them in.
Okay. Hi, how are
Miss
you?
Deanna?
Yes.
Hey, I'm Willis. Do you remember
I'm
me?
Deanna. Nice to meet you.
Hey, you evicted me a couple weeks ago.
Oh God, she's away from her gun now.
She stood up.
That's a big no-no.
See, that's the problem with the purse, right?
Now
what was
living
your
on the streets.
what was your apartment number again?
There's no need to sit.
Off. Oh, she's moving closer to it.
So this is what's going to happen now since you ruined my life. You're going to get up and you're going to come with me and you're going to see what you've done with me and you're going to pay for what you have done. So get up right now.
So
Get up right now. I'm not around. Nope.
It's just a murder fest. How many times did he hit her?
Wow, I don't know. She didn't flinch. She didn't even flinch.
I'm willing to bet that she got hit at least a couple times. Well, so she saw a threat, responded to the threat, but the problem is with his attention on her,
Yeah, well, it's a bad trade.
it's a bad trade. She's got to make a better trade than that and wait her turn.
Yes, ma'am. What's your emergency?
someone broke into our office and we both have shot at each other.
Are you hurt? Are you injured?
Yes.
Okay, we will send an ambulance and we will send police right now.
Index, index, index.
You okay? Come on. Come on. All right. Take a deep breath. It's okay. I know. I'm sorry. That hurts. All right. Need some ice? Just breathe. I'm sorry. It's okay. Yeah. There.
She's definitely a little upset. She's okay.
She held it together, though.
Oh, yeah. Give her some air. Give her some air. And there's nothing wrong with taking it seriously and being in the moment, because that's what training is for.
I mean, I don't know if you can remember back to your first force-on-force scenario, but I remember mine, and my emotions got up to here. You know what I mean? It was really emotional.
I remember one of mine, and I was ambushed, and I was just angry. I was so angry.
How are you feeling right now?
Already trying to think about what I could have done better. Once I shot at him, I didn't keep control of the gun. I let my hands down, was probably, I don't really remember, aiming aimlessly.
What are you feeling?
Emotional.
You're worked up. Yeah.
I think she was resilient. I think so. She has this bad exchange, right?
Right.
But she hung in there, fought it, and I really think she kept herself emotionally together when he went down to get on the phone with 911.
She did that.
She held it together until that was over.
You and I walked in here right as it ended. What were you thinking?
Holy shit can go down fast. Glad I'm doing this, because I mean, definitely have had very similar situations. Normally, obviously, not that intense as you need to get up right now and come with me. I've never felt threatened by a past resident. Normally, I can at least get them sat down.
I think with just a little bit of idea here of purposeful compliance and waiting your turn, she takes this bad exchange into really a really flawless victory.
I mean, the guy's obviously negotiating with her. So negotiations should continue until there's an advantage point.
So when he said, come with me, obviously you didn't.
Yeah.
Why? Why didn't you go with him?
Because I don't know who, I know who he is, but he seems very upset, seems very angry. Where are you taking me? I didn't feel comfortable with how he was talking.
Yeah, I love the idea of giving her, okay, so let's give you the same scenario now that you've got it and you understand it, but using this principle, see how the outcome changes.
Right. Which, by the way, none of it is easy in the moment.
Oh, no. Her willingness to do this, not only, and what you guys don't understand, is that doing it on camera for the internet to see makes it 100 times harder, okay? It amps the difficulty level up significantly.
All right, on the range, worked with the HK VP9 SK. This is their compact version of the VP9 series. Something I like about this gun is the front sight. It's bright green. They worked with XS sights on this. It's a great front sight for me. It really jumps out. When I'm on the range, I'm always challenging myself to practice a hard front sight focus, a crisp focus, because when there's a bad guy down there, your eyes are going to want to focus on the threat downrange, and you have to train yourself and challenge yourself to have a good front sight focus to get those important hits when it matters most. Check it out, the HK VP9 SK.
All right, Deanna, first and foremost, I want to say you did a great job. You kept it together all the way through the end. You didn't really break down until it was safe to break down. Great job. Big problem is you had a bad trade. That means that you guys did the same thing at the same time and there was nowhere for you to go. The first thing I want to talk about is taking your turn, okay, or waiting for your turn. So if I have to wait for my turn, and your turn could have happened in negotiations. You had negotiations going on. After you find a place where you can take your turn,
you got to do it. You got to take your turn. And then when it's your turn, we really want you to go. And don't hesitate. When this guy needs to be shot, get after him, right? Determine, I'm going to win this fight and it is go time. And then you got to be at your gun and you got to be able to get it out when it's your turn. We're going to work on those in training.
So the last thing is, if you can't find a place to get your turn in, you have to make that opportunity. After all, you're in negotiations. He didn't come in and shoot you in the face. You have time. And when you have time, you have a chance. Now, I don't know how much time you have, but you got to find a way while you're in this office to create that opportunity to take your turn. So we're going to training. John, make it happen.
Let's do it. So let's work first on attention, right? So you got to wait your turn. To wait my turn means if his attention is on me and I go and I give him a cue that I'm pulling a gun, now he's going to pull his gun. We get that bad exchange, right? That bad trade. So I'm watching for his attention to go somewhere else or to give him an expectation that I then meet with a gun. Those are the two things I'm really looking for. So what would that look like? Well, a lot of times like bad guys will be like a cat on a hot tin roof. He's like, you're coming with me. And then he looks to see what somebody else is doing. So you got the back of my head here? Now that's your go signal. You can go during that time, right? So now, listen, of course, we're not gonna pull guns right now because we're not in protective gear, right? But if I go, yeah, who else is out here? You go bring your finger gun out right now. And then, oh, geez, here I am. Right, so I was there, oh, here I am, and you're gonna pop me, right? Or maybe something like, okay, man, hey, let me give you my car keys, or I've got money in my purse, let me get it for you, you know? And he goes, yeah, give me the money out of your purse. Well, now, guess what? I'm expecting money, but it's gun. Yeah. So now my brain goes, and now you've got a gun out, but mine's still in my holster. You're ahead, okay? Final thing we gotta do, of course, is that once the gun comes out,
use it.
Use it. Let's go. So let's do a little different version here where you're gonna use purposeful compliance, okay? So I'm gonna hand you, again, this is a Sims gun, right? And it is empty, so it doesn't have a magazine in it, not a real gun, a Sims gun, right? So that we can use this for a training tool. We put that in your purse. And this one, you're coming with me and you say, okay, fine, I'm coming, right? But I need to grab my purse. So then he comes over here maybe, grab that person, you're gonna lead him out. He wants to follow you. You're gonna act totally normal, blah, 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 blah. Well, guess what? Now you are in a spot where he doesn't get to see that until the gun is already on his face and his is in his holster.
Got it.
And you get to burn him down. See how far ahead you got of me? So you could use, hand him a big wad of cash. Let me get you my car keys. Something to get his attention away from you where you can get ahead of him. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it again and you're gonna crush it.
You thought that was going to be louder, didn't you? All right, the HK416 in .22 long rifle. Do you have an AR for home defense? Do you practice with it? I know 5.56 ammo can be pricey, especially when you're doing it 1,000 rounds at a time, but of course 22 can save the bank budget and get you a little bit more trigger time. So what I like about this is, I mean, it's an AR. It has the same controls. You can practice running the gun the same way as you would your typical AR, but save a lot of cash. And actually, it may be better practice because you're gonna have less recoil and you're not grooving bad habits, overcompensating for that. So check it out, the HK416 in .22 LR.
Brought to you by Range Ready, preparing you to win the day, one shot at a time.
I'm holding this purse and there's a gun in it, and even though I have it with me, it's still off-body carry. I can set this down, leave it somewhere, anywhere out of arm's reach. It is out of my control and it's not close enough if I need the gun. But if somebody does get the drop on you and you do have your purse in your hand with a gun in it, if you can turn your back to them and you can get your hand on that gun and get it into a strong firing grip, nothing says that you can't do something like this and absolutely shoot to get someone away from you or off of you. It's probably gonna cause a malfunction, at which point I'm gonna try to get that gun out of the purse, tap, rack to clear it, and finish the fight from there if I have to. Here's what this looks like live fire. I'm gonna go kind of slow. Sneak my hand into the purse, turn around. You sure you don't want my wallet? Finished the fight. I didn't even get a malfunction. So, you're not likely to find a range that's gonna let you do stuff like this, but now you can say you've seen it, you've thought about it, you know it exists, and you can absolutely do it in dry fire.
First Person Defender brought to you by HK and T4E.
Well, and good opportunities here to pressure test, and you can kind of already see, like, I can tell a difference in her body language, that she knows, I'm okay here, I'm gonna be all right.
All right, thank you guys.
And in her world right now, you know, thinking, I gotta keep my heart rate at a reasonable level, my arousal level, in a manageable spot so that I can think. You know, when our emotional state gets too high, we stop thinking and we get that vapor locked state, right?
Well, you go to that animal brain and all rational thought goes out the window.
Yep.
Needs to be counted. My math's not so great. I graduated 3rd grade though. And then I think those papers belong to you.
Okay.
I'm the last out, so it's all you. You've got one waiting on you out here.
All right.
Do you need anything to drink or anything?
No, sir, I'm good.
No, okay. It's all you.
Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Deanna?
Hi, can I help you?
Hi, dude. My name is Willis. You may not.
So you notice this time she stayed in her seat, stayed close to her gun.
Since then, I am homeless. I am living on the streets. I have lost my family and I have lost my job. So what's going to happen now is you're going to get up and you're going to come with me and you're going to see what you have done and you're going to pay for what you have done. So get up right now.
Okay, is there anything that I can offer you? I do have this money right here. I just got it today.
No,
It's
ma'am, I'm
$10,000
money. I'm
cash.
interested in you. So get up. Go ahead.
Oh, there she goes, and she got it. Now she gets away. Yes!
Oh my God.
Someone help!
911, what's your emergency?
Yes, sir. I just had an incident in the office.
I mean, look at the counter ambush she got, right? He had no idea a gun was coming till he turned around and he was taking rounds. It was just literally the difference between that exchange and a flawless victory.
Index.
All right, let's go see.
Let's go check it out.
How you feeling?
Good. Better than the first round.
Yeah.
Yeah, felt more confident.
We gave it to you pretty much the same way. Tell me what happened.
So he said the same things. I remembered that I had the cash on the desk this time, so that kind of helped me try to get him a little distracted. It obviously didn't work too well. He didn't want it. So when he told me to come with him right now, I made sure the way that I picked up my purse that my gun was going to be able to be picked up the correct way once I was out of like the door frame. And then just turned around. I could tell that he had not drawn his gun yet, so.
What made you want to shoot him?
The fact that the money didn't work, and I mean, $10,000 cash, who wouldn't want that? So if he didn't want that, I knew that once I walked out of here that he was going to put me in a vehicle or however he was planning on taking me. So I knew that that was my only option.
When you got out here, when did you make the decision to shoot him?
As I was grabbing the gun out of my purse. So like as I was walking out, my hand went into my purse, and at that point, like I knew I was going to, because I wasn't going with him.
How many times did you shoot?
5 or 6.
I think you gave him all of the bullets.
I didn't count.
It seemed like it was a lot. What was it like with John said, you know, maybe a thing to consider, you guys talked about waiting your turn or being a little bit more tactical and strategic on waiting for your moment. Is that hard to do?
Yes, especially when hitting the fan, because I don't know if he has a gun, what his goal is once he gets me out of the office as he's wanting. But it was nice knowing that like there was a way that I could get ahead of him and plan to pull a gun if needed.
What are you going to tell other women about being on this show?
They need to carry a gun. They need to come get training. Be aware. Always be aware of your surroundings. But it's definitely important. I think everybody should carry a gun.
So John, that ended perfectly, okay?
What an incredible victory.
What it comes down to is having a plan and having options.
I think that, you know, the second time through, she waited her turn. And when it came, she took it. We were standing there, I just couldn't help but cheer, man. Really great job by her.
Exactly, and when you get your turn, you have to have options. You have to have something to pull out of the hat and know that you're going to do something to win the fight.
And she did. I just can't say enough. Excellent work by her, and I think that's proof that when you go through a little bit of training, you use these real life, really well-built scenarios in force on force, you get better as a self-defender.
Well, I say it all the time, and I'll end it with this. The body's not going to go where the mind hasn't been. We took her mind somewhere, we gave her those options, we gave her an idea of how to create a plan, and she applied it.
To see all of Gun Talk's content, go to guntalk.com, guntalktv.com, or sign up for the Gun Talk newsletter.